Hello, grade 8. In this video, we will have simplifying rational algebraic expressions. First ay i-define muna natin kung ano ang rational algebraic expression. So, ito ang definition ng rational algebraic expression. Any algebraic expression that is a quotient of two other algebraic expressions is called a rational algebraic expression. Thus, if P and Q are algebraic expression and Q is not equal to 0, then the expression P over Q is called a rational algebraic expression. Kapag sinabi daw nating rational algebraic expression, ito ay quotient ng algebraic expressions. Kapag sinabing quotient, ito yung sagot kapag tayo ay nagdi-divide ng numbers. So in algebra, ang quotient or ang division ay pwede ring nasa form ng fraction, tulad nitong P over Q. So ito ay rational algebraic expression dahil based sa ating definition, ang P at Q ay mga algebraic expressions. So, tandaan kapag sinabing rational algebraic expression, ito ay mga algebraic expressions na in fraction form. Ngayon ay narito na ang mga halimbawa kung paano mag-simplify ng mga rational algebraic expression. Ang ating example 1, 2, and 3 ay simplifying rational numbers. So, mag-start muna tayo sa basic para makuha natin yung procedure kung paano mag-simplify bago tayo mag-proceed sa mga example kung saan ang mga given na ay mga algebraic expression. So, unahin natin sa ating example number 1. We have 21 over 49. So, ang gagawin natin ay isimplify ito or i-lowest term. So, again, ito ay rational number. So, basic example muna tayo. Alright, so the first step that we have to do in simplifying fractions is to identify their GCF or the greatest common factor. So now, since we have 21 and 49, so those are the numbers na kailangan nating hanapan ng kanilang greatest common factor. So the GCF of 21 and 49 is 7. Ayan. So kung nahihirapang i-identify ang GCF, so pwede nyong isipin yung pinakamataas na number na pwedeng i-divide sa kanilang dalawa. So this, in our example, that is 7. Okay, so to continue, we will now complete the numerator and the denominator. So dito, hahanapin natin yung kapartner ng 7 sa taas. Dapat yung number na makukuha natin kapag minultiply sa 7, babalik tayo sa given na 21. Or pwede rin namang i-divide na lang natin ang given dito sa GCF na 7. So, divide natin. 21 divided by 7 is equal to 3. So, ang factors ng ating numerator ay 7 at 3. So, try naman natin sa denominator. So, again, pwedeng isipin kung ano yung dapat na partner ng 7 na kapag tinimes sa kanya, 49 ang sagot. Or pwede rin naman nating i-divide na lang ang denominator by 7. So, here, 49 divided by 7, that is 7. Okay, so we now complete our factors. So for the numerator, we have 7 and 3, and denominator is 7 and 7. So pag multiply natin itong dalawa, the numerator will be equal to 21, and the denominator will be equal to 49. Okay, so next, we will now simplify. To simplify, we will just cancel what is same with our numerator and denominator. So we can see here that we cancel 7. Okay, so hindi natin sinamang i-cancel yung 7 sa denominator dahil kapag nagka-cancel tayo, isang pares lang. So, isa sa baba at isa sa taas. So, yung 7 dito, wala na siyang kapartner na iba pang 7 sa taas, kaya hindi siya na-cancel. So, yung natirang sagot na 3 at 7, that will be your final answer. Ayan. So, the lowest term or to simplify 21 over 49, that is equal to 3 over 7. So, para mas maintindihan, narito ang ating pangalawang example. So, ito uli ay isang rational number. So, wala pa tayong mga variables. So, 18 over 36. So, tulad ng step number 1, identify natin yung GCF or greatest common factor ng 18 over 36. So, ano sa tingin nyo ang GCF ng 18 at 36? So, yung number na pwedeng i-divide sa 18 at 36 na walang makukuhang remainder ay 18. So, ito yung pinakamataas na number na pwedeng i-divide sa kanilang dalawa. So, next procedure is to complete our numerator. So, 18 divided by 18 is equal to 1 and 36 divided by 18 is equal to 2. Okay, so kaya tayo naghahanap ng GCF para mas madaling mag-lowest term kasi makikita na natin yung pwede nating i-cancel. Tulad dito, pwede na nating i-cancel out ang 18 at may iwan ang ating final answer which is 1/2. Okay, moving on to our third example, we have 81 over 72. Same procedure. What do you think is the GCF of 81 and 72? So that is 9. So this is the GCF of 81 and 72. So let's now divide. 81 divided by 9 is equal to 9. And for our denominator, 72 divided by 9 is equal to 8. Okay, so complete na ang ating factors. We will now cancel out the same with the numerator and denominator. And that is number 9. Therefore, our final answer here is 9 over 8. Ayan. So, alam na natin kung ano ang mga procedures para mag-simplify ng mga rational numbers. So, ngayon, sa ating example number 4, itry naman natin ang rational algebraic expression. So, same process lang din. First step, identify natin yung GCF. So, ang GCF ng x raised to 5 and x cubed ay x cubed. So, ibig sabihin, itong dalawa, maaari nating i-divide sa x cubed. Okay, and then let's now complete our numerator and denominator. So, divide lang x raised to the 5th power divided by x cubed, that is equal to x squared. So, recall natin, kapag tayo ay nagdi-divide ng polynomials, ang ginagawa natin sa exponent ay sinusubtract. So, nakuha natin yung 2 dito, galing sa 5 minus 3. And then, yung base na x ay kinopya lamang natin. Next, for our denominator, so x cubed divided by x cubed, that is 1. So, we have 1 here. And then, we can now do the cancellation. So, we will cancel x cubed. And the remaining x squared over 1, that will be our answer. But here, our final answer is only x squared dahil ang x squared over 1 ay kapag sinimplify natin ay equal lang din yon sa x squared dahil ang x squared divided by 1 is equal to x squared. So this is our answer on number 4. So ulitin natin. Ang GCF ng x raised to the 5th power at ng x cube ay x cube. So, kung nagtataka kayo kung paano nangyari yon, so, bibilangin nyo lang yung common sa kanilang dalawa. So, sa kanilang dalawa, pwede nating makuha ang tatlong x. Kaya, meron tayong x cube. Sunod naman ay kinumplete natin ang numerator and denominator by dividing the given by the GCF. So, x raised to the 5th power divided by x cubed, that is x squared. Again, nakuha natin yung exponent na 2 sa pamamagitan ng pag-subtract sa exponent. Okay, for our denominator, x cubed divided by x cubed is equal to 1. So, kapag naman tayo ay nagdi-divide ng parehas lang na number or letter, lagi naman yung equal sa 1. Okay, so after that, we do the cancellation and the remaining numbers and letters will be our answer. So x squared over 1 is just equal to x squared. Let's now proceed to our example number 5. We have 9m plus 9n over 9r minus 9s. Okay, so if this is our case, so kung titingnan natin, mahirap siyang hanapan ng GCF. No? So ang gagawin natin is to factor out the common monomial factor with our numerator and denominator. So let's first have our numerator. We have 9m plus 9n. So, na-discuss na natin sa ating naunang video kung paano mag-factor out or paano mag-factor ng common monomial factor. So, tingnan lamang natin ang 9m at 9n and identify natin ano yung common sa kanilang dalawa. So, kung titingnan natin, ang common sa kanila ay 9. Okay, so dahil meron silang parehas na 9. Sunod naman ay divide natin ang mga terms na to sa 9 para makuha kung ano yung partner ng 9 dito. Okay, so pag din-divide natin, 9m divided by 9, so makakancel lang yung 9, we will have m. And for the second term, 9n divided by 9, that is n. Okay, so ang factor ng 9m plus 9n ay 9 times the quantity of m plus n. Next, let's do the same with the denominator. So, 9r minus 9s. So, factor out natin ang 9 dahil yon ang kanilang common monomial factor. Parehas silang may 9. And then, let's do again the division. So, 9r divided by 9 is r. And 9s divided by 9 is s. So, we have here r minus s. So, yung operation sa middle, which is subtraction, kinapi lang natin kung ano yung nasa given. So, sa numerator, addition yun. Ito yun. And sa denominator ay subtraction. Ayan. So, na-factor na natin ang common sa numerator and denominator. And as we can see, we can do now the cancellation. So, pwede nating i-cancel ang common sa numerator and denominator, and that is 9. Alright, therefore, the remaining terms and polynomials will be our final answer. So, our answer here is m plus n over r minus s. Ayan. So, again, kapag ganito yung case ng problem or ng given, apply natin yung factoring na maaari nating i-apply dito. So, tulad dito, pwede nating i-apply ang factoring the common monomial factor. So, pinactor muna natin yung 9 sa numerator and katulad din sa denominator, 9 din ang finactor natin. And then, by dividing the given by our factor, ayan, common factor, so we get m plus n, and for our denominator, r minus s. So, we do the cancellation. We cancel 9. The remaining m plus n over r minus s is our final answer. Let's now have our example number 6. Simplify m squared minus 9 over m plus 3. So, kung titingnan natin ang ating mga given, ay hindi natin agad ma-identify ang common sa kanilang dalawa. So, ang gagawin natin, tingnan natin sa dalawang ito ang pwede nating i-factor. Okay, so, unahin natin ang numerator. M squared minus 9. Okay? Ang m squared minus 9 ay maaari nating i-apply ang difference of two squares. So, diniscuss din natin to sa ating naunang video. Okay, so let's try to factor m squared minus 9. Okay, so meaning to say we will have two parentheses na paglalagyan natin ng kanilang factors. And the first operation is plus and the second operation is minus. So, itong dalawa automatic na isang plus at isang minus because that will be under the rule of the difference of two squares. Okay, so isang plus, isang minus. Tandaan, pwede itong magkabaliktad. Next, tayo sa first terms. So, ang first term ay ang square root ng m squared, which is m. And the second term will be the square root of your second term here sa given. So, ang square root ng 9 ay 3. Okay, so ayan, nakuha na natin ang factors ng m squared minus 9. Yon ay ang m plus 3 times the quantity of m minus 3. Okay, dito tayo sa denominator. So, ang m plus 3 ay nakasimplify na. So, we will just rewrite it on our denominator. Okay, so kung makikita natin ang sagot natin dito sa ating finactor at yung kinopya natin sa ilalim na m plus 3, mapapansin natin na maaari na tayong mag-perform ng cancellation dahil mayroon ng same sa numerator at denominator. Yon ay ang m plus 3. Therefore, our answer here is m minus 3. Okay, so madali lang to. Again, for our example number 6, we have to do here the factoring for the numerator. So we apply here the difference of two squares. So as we factor m squared minus 9, this is our answer. The quantity of m plus 3 times the quantity of m minus 3. And then for our denominator, that is m plus 3. And then, cancel natin ang m plus 3 dahil meron yon sa numerator and denominator. So, our final answer is the remaining polynomial, which is m minus 3. Okay, let's have example number 7. Simplify x squared minus 4 over x minus 2. So, ito ay parang yung ating example number 6 lang. Okay? So, dito, ano ang pwede nating i-factor? Ang numerator ba o ang denominator? So, here, hindi na natin pwedeng i-factor ang x minus 2 dahil siya ay nakasimplify na. So, ang i-factor natin ay ang numerator na x squared minus 4. So, again, same with number 6 example. This is under difference of two cubes. So, we will have two factors. So, one is for the addition sign and another one has the minus sign. Okay, let's complete our factors. The first term here is the square root of x squared. So that is x. Followed by the square root of 4. So the square root of 4 is 2. So there is our factors of x squared minus 4. Next, again, x minus 2 is already simplified. So we will just copy that on our denominator. Then cancel x minus 2. Therefore, our answer here is x plus 2. Moving on to our example number 8. Simplify x plus 5 over x squared plus 7x plus 10. Okay, so dito ay magpe-perform din tayo ng factoring bago mag-simplify. So, ang numerator ay nakasimplified na. So, that is x plus 5. So, next ay ang x squared plus 7x plus 10. So, ito ay trinomial na pwede nating i-factor. Okay, so i-factor natin ng ating denominator. So, we will have two parentheses for your factors. So, automatically, your first terms is x because that is the square root of x squared. Now, how do we complete our factors? Okay, so since we have trinomial, ang una natin gagawin ay isipin kung ano yung mga factors ng 10. So, ano yung magkakapares na kapag minultiply natin, ang sagot is 10. So, meron tayong 10 and 1, or yung kabaliktaran niya na 1 and 10. Pwede rin ang 2 and 5, or yung kabaliktaran niya na 5 and 2. So, yun yung mga factors ng 10. Next, kailangan kapag inad natin yung mapili nating factor, siya ay mag-equal sa 7. So, yun naman ay magbe-base sa ating second term. Okay, so ano yung mga factors na binanggit ko kanina na kapag inad natin, ang sagot ay positive 7. So, yun ay positive 5 at 2. So, ito yung factor ng 10, 5 and 2 dahil kapag tinimes natin ang 5 sa 2, ang sagot ay 10. At kapag pinag-add natin ang 5 at 2, ang sagot doon ay 7. Okay? So, ito ay trial and error. Iisipin natin kung ano yung kapag times ay equal sa 10 at kapag inad ay equal sa second term which is 7. So, again, ang nakuha natin is 5 and 2. So, for the numerator, we'll just copy that. Alright, so we can now cancel x plus 5. Therefore, our final answer will be 1 over x plus 2. Okay, so bakit merong 1 sa taas? So, kapag nagka-cancel tayo, that is equivalent to 1. Diba? So, any number na dinivide natin na parehas naman sila, ang sagot doon ay 1. Okay? Now, kapag kinancel natin ang x plus 5 sa taas at sa baba, merong maiiwan sa itaas na 1. Okay? Therefore, sa final answer natin, that is 1 over x plus 2. Let's try now our example number 9. X plus 9 over x squared minus 4x minus 5. Okay, so you can see that our denominator is trinomial. So we can perform factoring trinomial in our denominator. Our numerator is already simplified. Okay, so kukumpihin lang natin ang numerator. So, let's now factor x squared minus 4x minus 5. So, katulad to ng example number 8 kung saan meron tayong dalawang parentheses. The first term is x. And to complete our factors, so we will look at the last term and second term. So, on last term, we have negative 5. So, you think of the factors of negative 5. Na dapat, kapag inad natin, ang sagot doon is negative 4. Okay, so ang pwedeng factors ng negative 5 ay negative 5 and 1 at negative 1 and 5. So, yung dalawa lang. So, ibig sabihin, titingnan na lang natin sa dalawang pairs na yon kung ano ang mag-i-equal sa negative 4 kapag inad natin. So, yon ay negative 5 at positive 1. So, check natin kung magsasatisfy sa given trinomial. Ang negative 5 times 1 is equal to negative 5. So, tama siya sa ating last term. Check natin sa second term. So, add natin yung dalawa. Negative 5 plus 1. Okay, so ang answer doon ay negative 4. That's why tama ang ating factors sa denominator. So, let's have the cancellation. We cancel x plus 1. Therefore, our final answer is 1 over x minus 5. So, tulad ng example 8, na-cancel yung nasa numerator, but may matitira dong 1. That's why sa final answer, meron tayong 1 sa numerator. And for the denominator, we just get that here, x minus 5. So, down to our last example. Simplify x squared minus 6x plus 9 over x squared minus 8x plus 15. So, ayan, meron tayong dalawang trinomial, kaya kailangan natin itong i-factor. So, let's start with our numerator. So, we will have two factors. So, the first term is x. Ayan, nakalagay na dito. Now, let's identify ano yung mga dapat kasama ng x. So, titingnan natin uli ang last term at ang middle term. So, ang last term is 9. So, ang iisipin natin ay ang mga factors ng 9 na kapag pinlas natin, ang sagot is yung second term which is negative 6. Okay, so yung factors ng 9 ay negative 3 at negative 3. So, kapag inad natin itong dalawang number na to, negative 3 plus negative 3, babalik tayo dito sa second term na negative 6. So, ito ang ating factors. Next, for the denominator, so same, we'll have two factors. Ang first term ay x. So, ang hahanapin naman natin ay factor ng 15 na ang sum ay negative 8. So, yon ay negative 5 at negative 3. Ayan, dahil ang negative 5 times negative 3 is positive 15. At kapag inad natin sila, negative 5 plus negative 3, that is negative 8. So this is the factor of x squared minus 8x plus 15. Then, so makikita na natin ngayon ang mga polynomial na pwede nating i-cancel. So that is x minus 3. Therefore, our final answer here is x minus 3 over x minus 5. Okay, so yun yung naiwan na mga terms or polynomials. Okay, so this is our final answer in example number 10. Ayan, so sana nakatulong sa iyo ang ating mga example para maunawaan kung paano mag-simplify ng mga rational algebraic expression. Thanks for watching!